it's story time. The arcade days. Yeah. If you're a Gen X, somebody like me, or right down to Angie's age, or something like that, or if you're a teenager in the 80s and up to the early 90s, yes, you probably remember that era. Some of the great arcades of the day. We'll talk about some, and the one I like the most that we used to have at the malls. But before I mention, if you want to see the original arcade, I talk about the original arcade of all arcades. We used to have a store called Paul's Discount store. I probably took you guys there a couple times on the video. We walked past it when it was open. Now it's closed, and now it's nothing but a storage site, storage company, where you store your products and stuff and junk and whatever. Yeah, when it was Paul's Discount there, it was known to have, back in the day, had little mechanical rides, pinball machines, the original arcade games, video games. This is before, just probably years before, like Video Pong and some of those older video games, something like that. But then the arcade game boom came in, and they got those newer games, and some was not current. Some was outdated already. Some was not. Some was made by pirated companies. That does okay. Nothing wrong with those games. They were just as fun too to play. But yeah, the Paul's Discount was probably one of the original arcades in our area. Before I mention the arcades around town that we used to have here around town, the malls down in the Quad Cities, North Park Mall, South Park Mall, and I think it was Duck Creek Plaza. I think Duck Creek Plaza closed their arcade briefly. I think they ended up closing their arcade because they draw nobody there. It's one of those, at the time, outdoor malls and that, so at the time, period. But North Park Mall had Aladdin's Castle, a big one, and a smaller one. They closed the smaller one up and left the big one open for a few years. And they had a second arcade down there too. I forgot what it was. It was down there by Sears. Used to be an arcade down there that was pretty good. But I hate those tokens because they had ridges. So reason they had those ridges in those thing, so you don't use another token from another game company to get free games somehow. Oh, by the way, they didn't do specials. Aladdin Castle did on Tuesdays, double Tuesday, basically. When you got $1 worth of tokens, you got $2 worth of tokens and something like that. That was, and also, I think it was like, one Bargain Tuesday too. The more you buy, the more you get, something like that. So, $1 worth doubles up. If you got $5 worth, you get not just double up, but you get an extra 5 tokens, something like that. See what I'm saying? Something like that. Down here, we had one downtown that's now an antique shop. Almost all of its entire antique shop used to be divided in 3 separate businesses. One was the arcade, one was vacant, and the other one was Homer's Deli. It was all divided up, but the arcade was the biggest arcade in town besides Paul's. There was one up there. It's now the fireworks shop, fireworks store, fireworks superstore. That used to be a car wash and a little office, and the office had the arcade. In that one, that was a fairly decent one too. And that then of course there was one that opened briefly up there where we walked past at the old Ying Ching restaurant location. One little store on the south side of the building that was used to be a roller rink. Then it was a small arcade there too, but that didn't last long there too. And who could not forget Shorty's? Yes, I was there many times when Shorty threw a lot of people out, basically, when they were too rude. And yeah, too rude. And of course, my go-to games has always been either Pac-Man, Dig Dug, Mr. Do, Mr. Do's Wild Ride, Donkey Kong, something like that. Occasional Miss Pac-Man. And just got into the adventure game when Dragon's Lair came out. That was one of those Laserdisc games, more like a adventure movie and that. So yeah, there was of course, don't forget Space Invaders, Asteroids, and Asteroids Deluxe, and Galaga, Galaxian, and all those other crazy space shooting, alien shooting games. Hey, I think we're going to wrap up this video already. If you remember any of those arcade games when you guys growing up, if you guys had an arcade, or wherever you're allowed to play those video games, or did you have those video games at home from the arcade version? Because even Mario, when Super Mario Brothers came out, that one was an adventure. It was when you play at home was the same way you play at the arcade. That was the original Nintendo that came out. Holy cow! I had to blow my nose. Sorry about that. Okay, just like that. If you guys remember any of those arcade games, what was your favorite ones? Leave them comments down below. Or if you're one of those penny pinching people that never went to an arcade, hey, it's all power to you. You don't have to go. It was a form of entertainment. It was an expensive one, but it was a form of entertainment. And I remember putting a quarter in Dig Dug. I played for 2 hours. Talk about hogging up the machine. Right now, I don't want to hog up this video because I don't want to wake up Angie and wake up anybody else up too. So, all right, we're out of here. Please like, share, subscribe, and subscribe to the notification bell. Hey, don't forget, those arcade games, you can still play them today in some form. All right? We'll see you guys later.